Though the shuttle was designed to fly with airline-like operations, it proved to be too complex. 2 shuttle tragedies exposed the shortcomings of the vehicle. NASA proved it could learn from these mistakes. As the return-to-flight vehicle, Discovery carried the hopes and dreams of the American public.
Mechanical and other problems with the Space Shuttle Challenger resulted in postponing the launch of STS-51L for 6 days in a row. Temperatures on the launch pad hovered around freezing. The shuttle had never launched in such cold conditions. NASA managers were anxious to send the shuttle on its way to avoid yet another setback and decided to proceed with the launch that morning.
Challenger, go with throttle up. Challenger, go with throttle up.
The explosion was caused by a seal in the solid rocket boosters that hardened in the cold and failed to seal properly. Hot gases escaped through the failed seal like a blowtorch and burned into the external tank, which collapsed and the propellants ignited in an explosion.
NASA was pushing very hard for what they thought of as airline-like operations. And they were going to push to a flight schedule that was some 25 or so missions a year. They weren't able to achieve that. But they thought they could before Challenger, and then suddenly they had this horrific accident with 7 astronauts lost. And all of their ideas and all of their plans and their beliefs about the robustness of the space shuttle had to be reassessed.
After the Challenger accident, NASA put astronauts in more positions of authority.
You would figure that if anybody is going to be cautious about launching a shuttle, it's going to be somebody who's put their life on the line in one of those shuttles.
After 32 months of system reviews and safety upgrades, NASA launched Discovery. This mission was without incident and helped to build America's confidence in the space program once more. 17 years passed and 67 more shuttle missions safely flew. But again, tragedy struck, this time during re-entry as the orbiter Columbia and another crew of 7 were on their way back through the atmosphere, just a few minutes from landing.
Final, when are you expecting tracking? 1 minute ago, flight.
The accident investigation determined that a piece of foam insulation from the external fuel tank hit the orbiter wing during liftoff, fatally damaging the heat shield. Again, Discovery served as the return-to-flight vehicle.
Discovery 2, go ahead.
Okay, Eileen, our long wait may be over. So on behalf of the many millions of people who believe so deeply in what we do, good luck, Godspeed, and have a little fun up there.
Well, thanks to you, to the launch team, and to everybody in the shuttle program. The crew is go for launch.
Find it, fix it, fly again. That was our motto. And it took many years for us to do that, but I think that helped us with the healing process as well.
This additional payload bay arm allowed visual inspection of the entire vehicle with cameras. Plus, a rendezvous pitch maneuver flipped the orbiter belly side up so the International Space Station crew could take high-resolution images. Both safety precautions led to astronaut Steve Robinson conducting the first repair in flight by removing protruding tile gap filler that could have affected the heat flow during re-entry. This possibly prevented another tragedy. NASA continued to have safe flights until the shuttle's retirement in 2011. An innovation as large and complex as the Space Shuttle was a constant teaching tool to astronauts, scientists, and engineers.